All right, everybody, welcome to your deep dive for today.
Yeah, always exciting.
And today we're looking at, oh boy, a big one, the Wall Street Journal.
Really digging into the media world today.
We are. And, it's one thing to sort of see a name and think, oh, yeah, the Wall Street Journal, very prestigious.
Sure, sure.
But then we get into these employee reviews and it's like, ooh, is it all of that?
Yeah, that's why we're here, right? Gotta see what's really going on behind the scenes.
Exactly. So we've got, let me see, two employee reviews here. Both, well, I'll be honest, pretty negative.
All right, lay it on me.
So are these just like, people having a bad day?
Yeah.
Or is there something more here?
Yeah, let's dive in and find out.
Okay, so this first one, this is from a former video producer.
Hmm.
And, oh my gosh, 70-hour work weeks.
Whoa, that's rough, right off the bat.
They worked there over a year, though, so it wasn't like I'm out of here immediately.
So something kept them there, at least for a while.
Right. And they talk about, well, how do I put this delicately? A terrible boss.
Okay, so that tracks with the long hours, maybe.
Maybe. And get this, they said the prestige of the journal, kind of like we were saying, it was deceiving.
There's always more to the story than just the name, right?
Always. So what do we make of this boss situation? Because it sounds like from this review that this wasn't just like, oh, they were a little tough.
Yeah.
This was like bad communication, unrealistic expectations, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah, it definitely paints a picture of a potentially toxic management situation. And I think it's important to remember one bad apple, or one bad boss in this case, can really spoil the bunch for everybody.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And I mean, this person is saying they felt thrown under the bus.
Ooh, that's rough. Not a good sign.
And here's the kicker. They're saying this boss never got reprimanded, like ever.
Even though it sounds like they were causing a lot of problems.
Multiple people quit or switch teams.
See, to me, that's a big red flag. It suggests that maybe there's a lack of accountability higher up.
Okay, so that's one review,
Yeah.
one person, one experience, right?
Right.
But then we get this next one.
Hit me.
This is from a current employee.
Oh, wow. So they're still there.
Still there. Anonymous, though. Gotta love that.
Can't say I blame them, especially after that last one.
And they describe this, get ready for it, abusive culture.
Whoa, okay, so we're taking it up a notch.
Built around intimidation and bullying. Those are their words.
That is a very serious accusation.
It is. And I don't know, this next part, maybe it's nothing, maybe it's something. But they mention this 2020 content review.
What was that about?
Declining readership.
Interesting.
Obviously, we can't say for sure those two are related.
Of course not.
But, just putting it out there, could a bad culture also make it harder to, create good stuff?
It's certainly possible. A happy, supported team is often a more creative and productive one.
And this employee, they also say that, like any good company these days, there's a push for diversity.
Sure.
But that it feels superficial.
Ah, so more like checking boxes than real change.
Exactly. Like more about appearances than actually changing things.
Sadly, that's something we hear a lot in a lot of different fields.
Yeah. So we've got two very different people, different roles, different times even, but they're both unhappy. Deeply unhappy, it seems like.
Yeah, and while these are just two reviews and we can't draw sweeping conclusions, it does make you wonder if there's a bigger pattern here at the Wall Street Journal, especially in that video department.
Especially there.
Yeah, especially. Toxic environment keeps coming up, lack of support, that disconnect between what they say they value and what employees are actually experiencing.
So what do we do with this information? If somebody's like, I want to work at the Wall Street Journal.
Well, it's all about asking the right questions. Don't just be blinded by the name. Dig a little deeper.
Talk to people.
Exactly. See if you can get a feel for the culture of the specific team or department you'd be joining.
So yeah, even at a place like the Wall Street Journal, it's not always going to be sunshine and roses.
Sadly.
And maybe the bigger lesson here is don't let a big name fool you.
100%. Always do your research. Trust but verify. All right, everyone, that is your deep dive for today.
Until next time.